Oh, there it is. Goodbye. Damn. Oh, wow. Dang. Oh. Wow. That would have been amazing had they survived that. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Wydra 91 here, and we are back with the Moon module, and we're gonna see what we can do to get this puppy built up. Took a bit of a break from it, played a little bit of Rocket League to clear my brain, and looks like we're gonna be good to go. So, I have RCS tanks on it. I need RCS control. And I want this to be nice and accurate, so one of the other mods that I have installed to assist me in my building process is the RCS balance mod. So RCS build aid version 0.72, and I believe that is the latest version. Works with the latest version of Kerbal Space Program, and lets you figure out if it's balanced. As you can see, if I stick that there, it shows that in rotating, it will also translate a little bit that direction because it's unbalanced from its center of mass. And you see how the arrow's coming out of the it's coming out of the red circle. That's our dry center of mass. And if I switch it to that, it shows what happens if I have it when you are standard center of mass, which is a full tank of gas. So, yeah, still learning a little bit about what it all means and how it works. But in general, it does help quite a bit to use this to assist in the process of figuring out what it all does. So, good, and that'll have to do as far as the way that's all configured and everything. But that'll be fine. We'll be fine. I want to make sure, because I don't know if those flex when I land. I don't want to pop those off. I've had bad experiences with stuff like that. Opening that clears those. Perfect. Okay, it's got batteries, it's got RCS, it's got thrusters, its thrust to weight ratio is acceptable for the moon. It's got a probe core on top. Okay, so one thing I'm going to try a little bit different from my last episode, and I may continue this on, is the whole idea of voicing over during my fast forwards or playing some music. That way you guys don't have to sit through the entire build process. If I remember correctly, this segment was close to probably, I want to say like 10 minutes long, and I've reduced it significantly, so hopefully that should help out. Here I'm essentially just trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to use SRBs or asparagus staging. I pretty much come to the conclusion that I'm going to wind up needing to use asparagus staging, but I want to go ahead and try it with SRBs just because I prefer the way it looks, and you'll actually see me talk about that later. So yeah, I'll turn it back over to my other self. So this is the initial test. Let's get rid of that. This is the initial test of our moon lander rocket. I really don't know how it's going to go yet. But we will see. We're going to give it a try and just see what happens, at least for the ascent stage, and see how much we have left over. That being said, I've turned on my SAS, and I have got everything ready to go. Let's clear that out. Thank you. I've got my modified Kerbal Engineer HUD over here that's got some vital data. You can watch it as we go up. In the ascent stage, one of our critical ones that we want to keep an eye on, is atmospheric efficiency. We want to make sure that that stays below 100%. If it goes above 100%, to my knowledge, I believe that means that we are going too fast. If it's going below, it means we're going too slow. So if anybody knows better than me, by all means, correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to see what happens with this rocket. So I'm going to start off, throttle up, and then when we hit 150 meters per second on surface speed, I'm going to go ahead and throttle my main engines down to about 30%. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, positive thrust to weight ratio lets us go right on up, and I'm going to go ahead and start my gravity turn, which is essentially just leaning over. Okay, my solid rocket boosters are almost out. So let's go ahead and throttle up. Oh, that was close. They almost pinched the nozzle right off the back of the plane, or off of the guy. That wouldn't have been good. Alright, and we're gonna see what we can do with what we've got. You see how the apoapsis moved when I started to drag? That means that I set my maneuver node to not quite burn where it needed to be. So I had to move it forward a little bit. It runs away from your burn point, from what I understand. Cool. Okay, so we're looking at a apoapsis of 109 and a periapsis of 70. So you can see the problem that I was talking about, and that does indeed cause problems. So I would revert right now, but I actually want to try something. I want to see what happens if we re-enter the atmosphere using this system. I just want to see. Chances are they're going to burn up and die, but I'd like to see what happens. So just a quick flip around of the capsule and a burn retrograde is going to bring me back into the atmosphere. Early on in the career mode, I did not have a whole lot of success re-entering the atmosphere, so I tended to be a little bit more timid about re-entering at certain speeds and such. And yeah, being a lander can, I really didn't expect it to survive at all, and was kind of pleasantly surprised and a bit bummed come the landing of this lander can. This is a lander can. This is not supposed to be able to handle re-entry, so it should burn up. Sorry guys, I am dooming you forever. Can I rotate you? Yeah, let's give you a glimpse of the planet. Let's see what they see. Wow, that is beautiful. And a little disorienting, to be honest. There's those little fires, little poofs coming from the RCS. This is cool. And what does Giselle see? So I press the C button to go back, and boop. She's staring at a ladder. That is a good deal, man. Ah. Yeah, that really sucks. That is a bad view. And so begins. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my game sound. Ah, the music's just gone. Yep, it's there. We just aren't in enough to hear anything. So I should see reheating effects. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not cheating. Yeah, re-entry heating. Good. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Dang. You sure hurt. Dang, it's brighter than the sun. I swear, if this thing re-enters safely, I will be astounded. TWR 0. You have nothing against gravity right now. Best believe it. Okay, the fact this thing is still alive is amazing. It's because we haven't hit the lower atmosphere yet. Just wait till we hit the lower half. Yeah, it's already hitting 40% on the critical thermal percentage. When that hits 100, it explodes. Just devastating, isn't it? Ah, that's from my previous endeavors. 49-ish, 50. Yep, just saw 50. It's definitely climbing. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna burn up. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is the part where you go, I think it's gonna make it. I think you made a great lander. Thanks, Mickey. Alright. Yep, there it is. There it is. There's the heat. The heat is real. 80%. 80. Oh, yeah. It's happening. It's happening. Goodbye, Kerbals. You guys are toast. Wow. Okay, this I'm not used to. I think I really... Yep. It's cooling down. This thing is going to save itself, and I don't have any parachutes for them to actually save themselves. Sorry, guys. I mean, we could try doing an anti-burn. Check this out for a vane attempt, huh? Just give it a little assistance with RCS. Oh man, that's ominous. That's what's gonna happen to us. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, we're gonna hit it going 100. Oh, there it is. Goodbye. Damn. Oh, wow. Dang. Oh. Wow. That would have been amazing had they survived that. Yeah, so that was a problem. I know everybody's screaming, just asparagus stage it, you nut. It's like, I want to, but it's so cliche. I don't like the way it looks either. I think asparagus staging looks figurely. I don't know. It's like you don't see rockets that look like giant stalks of asparagus flying into space in real life, do you? Yes, I know it's Kerbal Space Program. I don't care. 280 versus 270. So this is more efficient on Earth. Kerbal. Okay, let's asparagus stage this beezy. We're positive on all, and we have 2,936 meters per second. Fudge. Fudge sickles. First science. So we do that, and we just... let's put these on there. Always make it aerodynamic. I like pointy things. Save. Except for the top. It's horrendously unaerodynamic. I don't have fairings yet. I want fairings. It's close, because this stage goes to 3185 when it's non-atmospheric, and it's so it's going to be right at 3,000. I might have enough to do it. So we're going to go ahead and launch. Turn on our sassafras, and launch. It's just so epic. So we roll over 10 degrees. Hope I didn't start rolling too quickly. That would be a shame. Yep, I have to keep that pegged at max. I am turning over too quickly now. Man, those just low. I could probably put chutes on those. Yep, I'm only at 4,000 feet and I'm already doing 45 degrees. Full shame. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna revert to launch. That was a little shameful. I'm not gonna roll it over as far this time. See if we can't slow down that rotation just a smidge. So one thing you're going to notice is that I managed to actually mess up the staging. For a period of time, I would actually roll my rocket 90 degrees so that I'd pull back on the stick, but I started to get used to using the rudder pedals to manage my gravity turn. So I actually should have done the boosters differently. But oh well, it is what it is. I believe this is a more efficient gravity turn. I haven't done the numbers to look and see whether or not I used more fuel or less fuel. But what I do know is when I get to my apoapsis that I have a much, much wider orbit. And I'm able to circularize, I think, with like 68 meters a second or something like that. So that's really nice. You hit that just right, and you'll be almost completely to orbit by the time you're done burning to your apoapsis. Yeah, we'll call that good. I'm not gonna fuss over it. Turn this tank over. See, look at that. It only needs 66 meters per second left in order to put us on a standard orbit. I like that. I think that was a really efficient burn. I think. I don't know. So, according to this, we have a ways away until we hit our apoapsis. Yeah, I really pushed it out there at the end. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. 1, and we're down into the 30-second range. It's an 8-second burn, 4 seconds either side. It's gonna be a nice quick burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. Alright. Now it's saying we're orbiting. Okay, buddy. Perfect. Looking good within half a meter a second. So we're looking at a 90, 91. It's even better than the original plan. That is awesome. Awesome. Cool. And so at this point, according to this, we have 3,793 Delta V left. And from what I can tell, that is more than enough to land on the moon. More than enough to go from here to the moon. So that is exciting. That is very exciting. I'm going to go ahead and revert the flight to launch. Actually, we're going to go back to vehicle assembly. And I'm almost positive that's a 20-minute video, if not longer. That was exciting. So there we have it. We have a built Mooner lander that we're going to go ahead and take to the moon, do some science, and begin the makings of a base, at which point we'll start shuttling supplies out to it and landing them for the purpose of gaining more science and achieving contracts so that we get enough money to set up a Duna mission, which is probably going to require a refueling station, which I do actually already have in orbit. So yeah, there we go. If you guys liked this video, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Oh, I am defensive.
And we're gonna stick science stuff inside of it. For science. Okay. Put one of these. I like to say okay.